Everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the new Spider-Man Homecoming 6-inch basic figure from Hasbro. Now this figure comes packaged on a pretty standardized card back. Up at the top, you've got an image of Spider-Man from the movie, the Spider-Man Homecoming movie logo. The figure's clearly displayed, and then down below you've got a small image of the toy and the name of the character. On the back of the card back, you've got an image of the figure, a brief bio in multiple languages, and then off to the side again you have an image of Spider-Man from the movie and a look at other figures that have been released in this line. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside the packaging. Now this figure does not come with any accessories at all, you just get the figure itself. And while Shocker did appear in the movie, he didn't actually wear this specific outfit, basically the mask. You did see the character, there was actually, and this is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie, you know, you might want to fast forward a bit, but Shocker, there's actually two versions of Shocker in the movie, and you did see him wear the jacket with the little ridges and everything, but he never actually wore the mask in the movie. Now, I do recall seeing some leaked set images that hit the internet where it showed him with a mask on, but that, if I remember correctly, never actually appeared in the movie. So for the figure itself, I think Hasbro's actually done a pretty nice job overall with the sculpting detail and paint applications. I like the yellow with the black and the brown. It's kind of in keeping with the actual costume that the character wears in the comic book. I also like the line effect with the sculpting on the yellow portions of the sleeve and on the mask. Now again, he never actually wore the mask in the movie, at least not the final cut of the movie, but the jacket you did see, and that seems to be pretty accurate to how it appeared in the movie. And then I like the sculpting detail on the wrist gauntlets. I think that looks pretty good. There's no moving parts on the gauntlets or anything, but I do like that sculpting detail with the pistons and everything. And also I like the metallic silver that they used. And that matches the harness piece that he's wearing, as well as the pieces over the mask with the goggles and everything. Now I'm not sure, I don't recall the harness piece in the movie, but again, I think it looks pretty good on the figure. And you've got these black shoulder pads with the brown portions of the vest. And again, that's kind of in keeping and a nice tribute to the costume that you see him wear in the comic books. On the back of the figure, you've got a backpack, which is done with a black plastic. Again, pretty nice sculpting detail on that. Now you do have the strange hole towards the bottom, which I'm not sure what the point of that is. Looks like maybe it's supposed to be an action feature or something, but again, there's no accessories or anything with this figure, so I don't know why they included that hole. Then for the legs, you've got this piece that comes down on the side, and then you've got the brown striping, and you've got the silver boots, which match the upper portions of the metal parts of the costume. So I like that detailing. And you got the pads over the knees and everything. And then on the back, you've just got the black pants. Now this figure stands just a hair under 6 inches tall. And here's a comparison with the Hasbro Marvel Legends 6-inch Spider-Man Homecoming figure. And while these basic figures in general are a bit smaller scale than the Marvel Legends, I think these two actually work halfway decently with one another. And being we probably won't get an actual 6-inch Marvel Legends Shocker movie figure, I think these two would actually look pretty good together on your shelf. Now, the one area where these figures tend to suffer is with articulation. They only have very basic articulation, so with this one you can turn the head to the left and to the right, but there's really no up or down movement. You can rotate the arm around and you can get the arm out. It's attached with a standard ball hinge joint. Now with the shoulder pads, that's about as far out as you can get the arms. However, there's no elbow articulation and no wrist articulation on this one. There's no midsection articulation. For the legs, you can get the legs forward, and you can do the legs back, but you can't do the splits with this one. And then there's no knee articulation and no ankle articulation either. And then you have 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. So overall, I think this is a decent looking figure. I like the paint applications, and the sculpting detail is pretty nice. Again, especially being that it's a basic figure made for the younger kids. Now the articulation is not that good, and these are not in perfect scale with 6-inch Marvel Legend figures, unfortunately. However, being I don't think Hasbro's going to ever get around to doing a movie Shocker figure, I think this is actually decent enough that it will make for a nice stand-in on your shelf. Now this figure is available now. You can pick this up pretty much anywhere that sells sells Marvel figures. We'll have a full image gallery up at marvelousnews.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment, let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video and please subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. You can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'll have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, I'll catch you later.